Myanmar's 10-year experiment with democracy has come to a crashing halt. Thousands of anti-coup protesters in Myanmar poured back onto the streets as an internet blackout failed to stifle a growing outrage at the military's ouster of Suu Kyi and her government. The internet blackout failed to quash outrage over military's power grab. Thousands of chanting protesters marched in Yangon, holding the signature red flags of Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy party. Demonstrators held up banners, including some saying, "We do not want military dictatorship." Some flashed the three-finger salute used as a symbol of resistance by pro-democracy protesters in Thailand last year. There have been no major clashes reported so far. The fresh rally follows the largest protest to date on Saturday, when tens of thousands of people came out in the cities across the country to condemn the military coup. Dozens of Myanmar nationals living in Thailand gathered outside a United Nations office in Bangkok to denounce the country or a coup in their own native country. Demonstrators in Thailand's capital expressed solidarity with tens of thousands of people who took to the streets of Myanmar's cities. Protesters were seen burning pictures of Myanmar's army chief Min Aung Hlaing. They also called for the release of Myanmar's elected leader Suu Kyi. Almost 300 lawmakers have signed a declaration rejecting the military junta rule and also promised to continue the fight for democracy in their country. The lawmakers met over video to declare themselves the legitimate sole representatives of the people. Meanwhile, in the first known foreign arrest, Australian academic Sean Turnell has been detained in Myanmar. Turnell is the economic advisor to Suu Kyi. Public resistance against the military coup and illegal detention of political leaders is rising. The military has announced a one-year state of emergency and has promised to hand over power after new elections are held. However, the military has not given any time frame for the same. Joining us on this broadcast now is the president of Burmese Rohingya organization, Tun Khin, and he's joining us live from London. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Now, this is the second day when protesters have come out in huge numbers. How do you see the protest panning out in the future and the military junta's response to these protests, which are being called some of the largest protests Myanmar has seen in years?
Yes, this is the largest protest and very encouraging. I am very happy to see our people from Burma, and they are very strong and very brave, and it is very different from what we see like 2007 and other time. And I didn't see 1988. That time I was 8 years. So what I can see now in my life, this is very encouraging. New generation are, very brave in Burma. This is time we have to get rid of Burmese military regime from the country power. This is very important. And as a Rohingya myself, I'm showing solidarity. I stand with the people of Burma, to get rid of this military.
Now, Suu Kyi's lawyer has said that he has not been given any access. So how long can the civilian leaders be kept in detention like this by the military?
In Burma, this military, they can do anything they want. There is no such a law for this time when military taken power, So we never know what can be in few days' time. And this is very hard to predict the situation, the way how the military coup power was. Even people never thought that way. So this military is brutal, and we never know. Things can become very serious in a few days' time. So this is very important. We are watching it, and we are supporting the people of Burma. and it is time international community must intervene what they can. We have not seen international community action anything yet. People are talking about sanctions and talking about other actions to do, but we have not seen anything yet. This is very important.
Right. So,
we have seen Security Council last few days ago that is condemning the military coup. But what they will do to get rid of this military, this is very important question here. This is the military. We, many people in Burma, all the people of Burma, including myself, Rohingya people community, been facing genocide and crime against humanity by other ethnic committed by the military against other ethnic minorities. So the whole country been, perpetrated by this brutal military regime many years.
What holds for the future of Myanmar, given the military coup, given the political turmoil, given the international condemnation that has come for this military coup, and what role are regional powers like China and India playing?
One thing, China is very silent, and China is not saying anything. And of course, China is always with Burma. Geographically, the geopolitics is there. India, we have not heard anything from them, and only we can see European Union and UK, US, those countries, and also Malaysia, Indonesia is speaking up. ASEAN, other countries, we have not seen anything. So this is very important regionally, that how they can move forward. The country will be. The country situation will get much, much worse. Human rights violation will be increased. The Rohingya people situation will get much worse, where they're facing genocide until today. So the people of Burma had quite a big hope, in 2015. That's been ended. So you can see the people of Burma, they're coming out of the street, how desperate they want to see. They want to see the country to move forward democracy. But this is important, that when we talk about democracy in Burma, international community should focus a new strategy now, that inclusive democracy, that is important, that this current 2008 constitution we must reject. That is not a transition to democracy. Right. People are telling that is not right. That is
so. So the military has said so far that there is a one-year emergency, and that they will hold fresh elections, and power will be handed back to a democratically elected government, but they haven't given any time frame for that. But any update on how the internet blackout has helped stifle dissent in Myanmar, or has the internet blackout really stifled dissent at all? Because we are seeing thousands of people out on the streets, isn't it?
Well, we have seen internet a bit open up this morning, for this evening from this morning from London time, this afternoon from Burma time. But we still do not know, is maybe they're trying to get information who are on the protest. These military intelligence are following what's going on in Burma. So it might be just for a few hours. And we have seen that last 2 days, Facebook been still not open yet. We don't know. The situation is really worsening day by day. That is what we need from the only thing international community can intervene for the genuine democracy for Burma, and which can be protected for minorities, and also justice and accountability and equal rights for everyone in Burma. That is what.
Mr. Tunkin, thank you so much for joining us live from London and giving us your perspective on the political upheaval that we are witnessing in Myanmar. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.